There's nosy neighbours everywhere,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Question 20, which is the last one of this category, is has YouTube changed the way you explore?
I'm not sure on that, mate, because I've only been using YouTube for about 4 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, mate. I don't know with that. Has it changed the way that I explore?
Yeah.
Not really. Not really.
No.
I tend to not be influenced with that sort of thing. I just do my own thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I don't really take much notice of YouTube's changing rules and things.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do my own thing, and yeah, that's it basically. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's cool. The next category is ethics and community. So, question 21, what are your thoughts on respecting abandoned places?
well, obviously, when you go into these places, when you turn up, you look for a way in. If there's not a way in, that's it. You just leave,
Yeah,
come back another time, and hope that you can find a way in. I've never broken into a place. I don't want to break into a place. I'd rather just wait until you can crawl in, climb in, walk in.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
when you're in a location, I have the utmost respect for it, even if it's been ripped to shreds by little kids that have smashed it up or whatever. Um, I don't generally touch anything unless it's an interesting item, or pick it up and show it on my camera and then put it back in the same place it was. But generally, I film around it.
Yeah.
I don't generally switch lights on, although some places have lights on already.
Yeah,
So as less impact as possible when I go in, basically.
yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Uh,
I'm a sucker for turning on a light switch and turning on a tap just to see if there is still power in water, just for historical purposes, but they're always back off after if I do try to turn them on. And I've been into a place that I filmed as well, and we've gone there, and there's a sink and a tap in the front porch, and it was switched on full and it's flooded, and I've gone in there and then switched it off, you know?
yeah, well, obviously, if there's that situation, yeah, intervene and switch it off.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not much of a toucher either. Like you say, if it's a really interesting item that you do want to have a closer look at, I will, pick it up and film it closer or whatever. And if I see something that's been knocked over or on the floor as well that looks really nice and it should be up on a shelf or something, I'll pick it up and, put it on a shelf or whatever, and sort of, try and preserve it a bit.
Quite often you go into places and explorers that have been there beforehand have actually set up a kind of a little display, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
You get that. That makes me laugh a bit.
Yeah.
When you get, like, I mean, I've been in cottages. I was at Cornish cottage.
Yeah.
2-3 years ago, and I don't think any of you guys have been to it. And I got through a broken window, and every item was where it was to begin with. The bed was made. There was pictures of the family, which was quite upsetting because you see who used to live there. And every item was where it was supposed to be. It's like somebody just went out for the day, as you probably have seen places like that yourself. Those sort of places upset me. But it was lovely to go into a place like that and see a home which was as it was when it was left. Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than being smashed up or disturbed.
They're becoming few and far between now as well.
I'm going to say it was a rarity, and when I actually got in there, I realised how rare it was to actually see everything originally in its original place that it should be. Because quite often, as you know, everything's disturbed, things are smashed, things are moved.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, where are we? Have you ever seen vandalism during an explore?
No, I haven't. No, I'm fortunate enough not to.
Yeah.
I think it's usually done by kids.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine adults doing that, but it's usually.
No, I've only experienced it once, and it was at the meat processing plant in Exeter, and there was kids going around with like bars and stuff, and they were smashing things up. And I shouted at them and told them to get out of it, sort of thing, and they shit themselves and legged it.
Yeah,
But I don't mind people looking around and stuff. Everyone's entitled to be there if they want to be there, but don't smash the place up. If I ever see it, I'd stop it.
unfortunately, got lot of bored youth that have got nothing better to do, and they probably watch these explores online. And if they get some inkling where it is, then they're obviously going to say to their mates, "Let's go there and have some fun." So unfortunately, you get a lot of bored youth that do that, not
Yeah,
realizing what they're doing.
yeah, yeah,
Particularly if it's a historical place, and you get spray paint on everything, it's disgusting, really.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've seen some absolutely shameful stuff. In all fairness, man, vandalised stuff, burnt down stuff. Yeah, it is a massive shame, and that kind of goes into the next question as well. Is question 23: do you believe in sharing public locations or locations publicly?
No, I don't.
No, no.
Between explorers, which are going to respect locations, no problem.
Yeah, yeah,
To somebody you don't know, no.
yeah, yeah.
Could be going in there nicking copper, they could be going there nicking whatever or smashing everything up. So basically, I don't share locations, I don't give away locations on my channel. Only the ones that are pretty much secured, like Denby, that's pretty secured. There's like a 6 foot fence going around that, and that's pretty decrepit, sort of, decaying and falling apart, and they've got security there anyway.
Yeah,
And you know what? People aren't stupid. They can photo shoot where you are and find out where it is themselves anyway. So basically, no, I don't. I don't give locations to anybody other than people I think I can trust.
yeah. No, that's brilliant, mate. I do name some locations, but I generally only do that with places that are already well known anyway. So if it's a historical well known place like a fort or do you know what I mean? Somewhere like that that's well known anyway, I will name it because that is part of the story for me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if it's like a time capsule house in the middle of nowhere, I'll just give it a name of something that they couldn't work it out from the name.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah, it's a difficult one that really because these days a lot of people can photo shoot and find out if it's a fairly well-known place or fairly how can you explain it? Like a bunker or something, or a town hall or something. People can, if you show the front of it, people can Photoshop it and find it anyway. So it's a difficult subject. But like you say, if it's like a cottage in the middle of nowhere that nobody knows,
Yeah, yeah.
even if you Photoshop it, you're not going to find where it is, are you? So
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people have started using like AI for thumbnails and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And another popular thing to do, which I know a few of the bigger explorers are doing, is when they say they're at a location, like if it's somewhere in Cornwall, they'll say it's in Devon, or say it's in Somerset, or somewhere completely different, because then it kind of makes it harder for the other explorers that are trying to find it.
Yeah.
As well,
where there is competition between explorers, especially if they find a really, really cool location, and then they obviously want to keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
But there is that kind of element of competition where they do want to try and keep it to themselves. But at the end of the day, it is a difficult subject. People will find these places if they put their mind to it. Most of these places, But with my locations, I think most of them, like you said, I just put a different AI photo on there.
Yeah.
And I try not to mention or give any clue where it is. I try not to film any road signs that would give you a clue what area it's in.
Yeah. No, that's a cool answer, man. Question 24. What's something people misunderstand about airbags?
Well, what we talked about before, they think that we're all going into these places for negative reasons, don't they? Either doing drugs or smashing it up or starting fires. I don't think a fair portion of the population realise or even aware that what urbexers or urban explorers are.
Yeah.
So I should think if you've been observed going, climb falling through a fence or walking into a place, if you're observed, then obviously the local Karen's going to go and ring up the police and say, hey, they're acting no good. You know what I mean? That's the popular misconception that you're all up to no good, basically. Even if you've got cameras and things, they don't see that. They just think that you're up to no good because you're going into a place that you shouldn't go into.
Yeah. Completely agree, man. Question 25. How do you feel about the growth of urbex content online?
I welcome it. I love to see what new explorers are doing. The only problem I have is when you got the youth that decide they're going to climb a crane or a chimney, and then they're hanging off with one hand. I'm thinking that is stupid.
Yeah.
Irresponsible, no common sense. Apart from that, I welcome all new explorers that if they're doing it in a serious manner and are not doing it as a take the piss, then that's fine. But I do feel if you're hanging off a chimney or a crane, that's kind of like taking the piss a bit.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know if that's even urbex exploring, urban or urbex exploring. I don't even know if that's the same thing. To me, it's just climbing something and risking your life because you think it's cool. And it only takes 1 second to lose your grip, and then that's it. You're gone.
Yeah. I do get why, like, if you're at a location and there's safe access to the roof and it's completely safe, which some of the places I've been have been. I get people going on the roof to get a view out. Some places, because some places are beautiful, I'll give you an example. The girls' school that I filmed in Plymouth is right by Plymouth Dockyard, and the view from the top over the dockyard and out to sea is absolutely stunning. So I get that, and I think if people are doing it safely, and there's a safe way of doing it, then great. But like you say, if you're climbing unsafe structures just for the thrill or whatever, or for the photo, then you've got to,
I totally agree with people like Unveiled Brothers. They go up and take a cinematic picture or video of the city or whatever. That's brilliant.
I get that. I do get that.
Yeah, that's great. It's just when they have a lapse in concentration, not Unveiled Brothers, but I'm saying kids in general. I don't see any people our age doing it. youngsters in
Yeah.
general, they've got a no common sense, and they actually think it's cool to hang off something. You know,
Yeah.
that I don't agree with. As you said, taking picturesque pictures and scenic views, pictures of scenic, you know, city, you know, rooftops and whatever. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love to see that. Unveiled Brothers do a lot of that. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm very, as well as most people know, I'm a bit of a wussy with heights. I'm terrified of heights, so I will go up stuff if it's safe and you know it's all hunky dory. But if it's not, I just won't take the risk at all because I'd just go like jelly, mate, if I was near anything dangerous or too high. And I've got drones, so you know if I want to see what it looks like up there, I can send a drone up and see it, mate. I don't need to put myself in danger for it.
But you know, you've done pretty well without having to climb up heights. I'm okay. Second floor heights. Other than that, I was talking to Taffy about it. Taffy has no problem at all. He can go down mountains, and he has done, and he does all that fast. Not so much now. But for me, the maximum height for me is either on top of a roof or climbing up a ladder, first floor, possibly second floor, but that's about it.
Yeah.
As for
to me, it's not so much the height. I can go quite high. Like I can go in aeroplanes and stuff. I'm fine in an aeroplane or a helicopter. I know it's safe, and the chances of me, like I'm not going to fall out. All right, there is a small chance it could crash, but probably a very, very, very small chance. I know I'm safe. For me, it's more evaluation of the surface I'm standing on. It can be like quite low, but if I'm on something that doesn't feel safe or doesn't look safe, I can be terrified at, you know, not even that high. But if something's completely safe, like I can go to the top of a multi-story car park where it's got a chest height barrier, and I can poke my head and look over the edge because I know that there's no way that I can trip and fall over that. But it could be half the height of that and not have any barriers or look a bit sketchy, and I'd be terrified. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I think on hindsight, it's good to be aware of your limitations. Rather than be arrogant and think, oh, I'm going to do all this, because I think when you're arrogant, that's when things are going to go wrong. When you're aware of your limitations, for me, I get vertigo going over floors which have got no floorboards, and you're just stepping on the beams. I do get vertigo, but I manage to do it. But it is difficult. But I think knowing your limitations is a good thing.
100%.
Great with heights, but I will give it a go. But I won't go really, really high, unless, of course, you're on a secure rooftop. That's fine.
Right, we're into the final category now, which is personal reflection. So, question 26 is, what's a place you dream of exploring someday?
You know, let me think. Possibly something I haven't done yet. That's a good question, mate. That's a good question. You got me stumped there. It's got to be I'll tell you what it is, a millionaire's home. I haven't done a millionaire's home yet. Dream explore would be actually walking into a millionaire's home where everything is like just left, you know what I'm saying?
All the antiques and everything still in there, and like everything like top notch posh.
That would be my ultimate explore, would actually walking into, because that's how to see how the other side lives, you know.
That would
Well,
be high up there for me. The only other thing that I'd really like as well, and I know it's a very popular thing and everyone's going there and doing it at the moment, but I really do like the look of all like the untouched French chateaus and stuff, man.
hmm
Like
yeah.
you see all the pics and videos, and I'm like, mate, it ain't like that over here, is it?
No, unfortunately, I think with exploring, urbex exploring, I think at a certain point when you've done it for years over here, you then, the natural progression is to start doing the world, yeah, doing Europe.
Yeah,
And you are quite right. The chateaus are fantastic over there. They would be great, and there's plenty of them in France. But you know what? Me and Irish Urbex, and he comes from Ireland. As we've started doing, well, we've been doing it for the last 3 years. We go and do explores over in Ireland now. So when we go and visit his family, I say to him, "Can we do some explores?" He says, "Yeah, yeah, let's do some explores." So getting used to doing explores in Ireland. Now it's
yeah,
not quite the same as Europe, I know.
right, yeah,
Something different for me to do, for him to do. And it's worked out pretty well because we've had a fantastic time over there. I explored a bus graveyard in Knockra.
yeah,
Unfortunately, it is now all been scrapped, so there's nothing there but bare fields. But you have to walk
mm,
1.5 through forests, brambles to get to this. And it's not just buses. There's old abandoned fire engines. There was about 7 or 8 fire engines. Oh, it's lovely, mate. Fantastic.
yeah, yeah,
Wanted to go back, but I think I was one of the last explorers to explore it because soon after I explored it, they scrapped everything. But there used to be about 200 buses all parked in this big field, disintegrating, you know, gradually. And fire engines, yeah, double deck
yeah,
coaches, you name it, normal buses. And unfortunately, it's all been scrapped now. So I think I was one of the last explorers to go there. I'm quite pleased I went there. So there's that. There's this sanatorium, which is in the middle of a big, vast forest. And that is a massive place. Again, I've done about 3 episodes of that. I need to go back and do some drone work on that. I've recently found a manor house in a forest, farm manor house in a forest, which is near to there, which I need to suss out whether there's people in it or not. There's definitely gates padlocked with rusty padlocks from what it shows on Google Map. And it's definitely a roadway which is now overgrown. And looking on Google Map, you can see there is a building in the middle of this forest. So I need to go and check that out. That's in Ireland.
yeah.
Of course, other parts, this is Southern Ireland, other parts of Ireland, you've got asylums and prisons and what they call that place where nurses live, covents.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I mean, anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
So all sorts of places like that over there, just waiting to be found, basically, or explored. I have explored.
yeah.
But there's not as many explorers over there as there is here.
That's
So,
it, Mick. Well done.
Convent. That's it. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Mick. Nice one. Yeah, Ireland's amazing, mate. I've seen some amazing places in Ireland that I'd really love to go and see. I've also got a friend, shout out Killer Zombie in chat. He's over there as well, so it'd be cool to do like a double experience, go over and see him, do some explores with him as well, and just visit another beautiful place. So yeah, nice, man.
Absolutely
Cool. Right, let me unlock this again. Right, we are on question 27. Has urbex changed you as a person?
As in doing explores, it's made me more confident. When I started, I was quite shy. Perhaps shy is a bit extreme, but I was quite inward. And as I've progressed through doing explores, I've been more confident, more hungry to find other places. There's nothing better than the feeling of going into a place you're not supposed to go into. You get that adrenaline rush. I know I've said that already, but that's what gets me going and keeps me going, is having that adrenaline rush. I get nervous when I turn up a location. I'm always looking for problems. But once I'm in there, I'm relaxed. I mean, when I'm in Islamic school, which has been done to death, when I decided to do it, they had security cameras all over the fucking show. But I actually studied, and there was actually a blind spot which you could actually get in without the security cameras seeing you. So I channel. And once I was in there, I was nervous. But once I was in there, I was cool. But I think they've got some sort of sensor in there or something, because actually, when I come out and I actually, because I've got a rule, I never park outside the location, half a mile away or a mile away. And I never go in and out from the front gate or the front of the location. I always come in from a side or at the back. That's my general way of doing things. Must have been like sensors in there or something, because I was in there 3/4 an hour, and which is nowhere long enough to do it. I'm going to go back eventually, but I'm now being told that the cameras are now gone. So that'll make it easier. But when I 3/4 later, I was going into the hedge, which was about, I don't know, about under a foot down from the front of the location, and security turned up, and I could hear them on the radios talking to headquarters, and they didn't bother coming in, but they were looking through the gate for me. So I assume, because I wasn't seen by camera, so I assume they have some sort of hidden sensor in there or something. I always look for sensors.
I've been in a situation where we've been in a house 10 minutes, an absolutely huge house, and we've been fine until we got into a certain room and there was a sensor in there, and then the alarms go off, and then the police are on the way, and you have to get out quick before the police get there and film the police arriving at the place, but you've left and you're at the other side of the road, so all is good.
But Kathy always said to me, if alarm goes off, don't worry about it, just carry on exploring, because it's half an hour to 3/4 an hour to get there.
Well, it was in my earlier days, so I was in my nervous stages of exploring still. Because that was in my first, probably within my first 2 months of me putting videos out, so it was definitely one of the earlier ones. And I was exploring with 2 other people, and we all did just shit ourselves and were like, shit, get out. But yeah, it was quite funny.
There, we've all been there. I've been there where you absolutely shit yourself and think, fuck out, get out quick, get out, get out. As you know now, and as you learn, it's not that bad a problem. You know, the alarms are going off, but so what? They're going to take they get there.
I don't run for no one now, mate. So if anyone turns up or whatever, I don't run away. I'll stay there and wait for security or police to turn up, or just walk away. Like, I'm not. I don't run away now.
I prefer as less contact as possible. So if I can avoid contact with security, I'm happy. I don't really want to get involved with face-to-face with security. It's not because I'm chicken or anything like that. It's just, it's a lot of hassle. And if I can get away with sneaking out without them seeing me, that's my option. I would,
Yeah. I'll always sneak out if I can, but I won't run for it, if you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's all good. Question 28. Oh, did I do that one? No, I haven't. I've just done has Airbex changed you as a person? What advice would you give to someone wanting to start exploring?
Study the place that you're going to go to, the location you're going to go to. Start off with a nice, easy one or easy few to begin with until you get the feel of it. Make sure you got the right Urbex equipment. Make sure you go with somebody if it's your first time. Be aware of your surroundings and what you're stepping on and what's above you. Yeah, basic common sense, really. Don't do anything that would risk injuring yourself, you know, that sort of thing. And if you can't get into a location, it's no big deal. You walk away and then you come back a few weeks or a few months later and check it out again because there's always somebody that breaks in for you.
Yeah.
No big deal. You just wait a while, and it's a lot of patience involved. So I would say you need to have patience.
Mate, Palace Theatre is a good example for me. I went there about 10 times before there was a weigh-in.
Yeah.
It's just one of those that I didn't want to let slip away from me, and I was willing to keep going back and trying. And I knew eventually one day there'd be a way.
There will eventually be somebody that will open it up for you.
100%, mate, yeah.
And then what I do is I like to film going to it and going in. So if there's any problem and they say that you've broken in, I can show them that, no, I've actually shown coming in from the streets. I've actually shown looking for it. I've actually shown finding it. I've actually shown going through that hole. So you can always show police or security or wherever that you didn't break in. It was already there when you turned up. So I like to film, or I film everything for that very reason.
Yeah. No, great answer, mate. Question 29. What has been your proudest moment as an explorer? I think working with Taffy. I think exploring with Taffy. Yeah. I get a bit emotional. I've watched him for years. I never thought I'd get the chance to actually meet him and work with him, explore with him. So to me, that's it. To explore with somebody he's done, let me have a look here. He's been exploring for 8 years. Yeah. It's a long time, man. I think he's got about 800 explores, something like that. So for me, anybody that has that experience, for me, that is my ultimate thing, to actually be accepted and to explore with somebody like that. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely. For me, there's definitely people like yourself that I've watched coming into it from the start. You know, watching other people is what got me interested in it. And there's definitely people out there that I value as like the goats, if you know what I mean. Like, to me, everyone's got their own personal opinions of who they like and who they don't like. But there's definitely people out there that there's probably a very small chance that I'd get to explore with them, but hopefully one day, you know. You know, explorers can be very fickle who they explore with. Yeah. The negative side of explorers, and I've experienced the positive side of explorers. At the end of the day, and I have fallen out with certain people because of their attitude. But at the end of the day, whether they hate me or not, I'm open to explore with everybody. I don't hold grudges, although some people do. And I'm happy to explore with anybody, providing
they are respectful. That's the first and big word, really. Respect for your other explorers goes a long way. It's when they're not respectful, that's when things go wrong. So
yeah, no, brilliant, mate, brilliant. And that takes us into the final question, mate. Question 30. Where do you see Oblivion Evolved Urbex in the next few years?
you know what? Unlike a lot of explorers, and I'm not saying all explorers, there's a certain few, I'm not really ambitious. I'm really not. I'm quite happy carrying on doing my explore. You see, I do it as a hobby. Some people do it as a business. I do it as a hobby. For me, I do it when I can. It's not necessary for me to do hunting explores a month. You know what I mean? Some people are swamping YouTube with loads of explores every day or every week. No, that's fine. I've not got a problem with that. Not a problem with that. For me, it's a hobby. So where do I see myself? I see myself doing the same thing because that's what I'm happy with. I'm not one to have any ambition, really. To me, it's solely, to me, it's a personal thing. I'd rather than get noticed and get popular, and I know some people are very popular, that is not my goal. My goal is to find new places, to get a thrill out of finding new places and doing new experiences in exploring, get a thrill out of working with different people. That's my goal, to work with different people and get a thrill out of working with them, and to find, like I said, find new places, basically. That's my goal. I'm not ambitious at all.
No, that's fair enough, mate. Like you say, everyone does it for different reasons. Everyone does it, you know, like you say, some people will put out, you know, multiple videos a week, you know, some people daily, and, you know, others put a video out once a week or once a fortnight or once a month. You know, what you do, you, and whatever fits for you, sort of thing, you know. For me, I go out one day every couple of weeks, and if I can film at least 2 locations on that day, then that sorts me out for the next couple of weeks. I used to go out a lot more, and I'm lucky to have quite a good backlog of stuff that I haven't released already, but that's just for personal reasons and to cover me if anything happens in the future. You know, I've got enough saved up, but I don't want to rush and get it all out there and be, you know, the first. But I'm not worried about being the first person to ever do a location. It's cool sometimes when you do, but it's not on my list of to-do things, you know. I've explored places with people before that haven't been explored before, and I let them put the video out before me if I've explored with them, because I've already got something lined up for the next week, so I'll put it out the week after that. Or, you know, it's not, for me, it's not the rush of getting it out there. It's just, everyone's different, mate. So
they are. Yeah, they are. And I respect that. I respect everybody's different method, different ideas. I respect everybody.
I mean, everyone's got completely different lives, you know. I've got 4 children. I've got a very, very busy life. I've got health issues as well, so I've got that to consider. And that's another reason why I'm only going out every couple of weeks as well. But, you know, everyone's different. Some people, like you say, do this for a job, you know, and they're actually making, you know, a good bit of income from it, if they're popular enough, you know. And others are doing it as a hobby and, you know, as and when they can or whatever, you know. Everyone's different. But I think whatever way you choose to do it, film it, whatever, I think as long as you follow the sort of basic rules that every sort of decent urbex has got with the respect side of things, you know, like the motto, you know, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints and all that, you know. I think as long as you're respectful and do what the respectful urbexers are doing, you do it however you want to do it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it works because we're all different and we all have a different styles. It works.
Yeah. So yeah, 100%. Like you said earlier as well, if everyone was the same, man, it'd be so boring, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? I have health issues as well. I have health.
Yeah.
Probably not like yours, but I do have health issues. Well, I'm 61. So.
Yeah.
But you know it's something that I don't let get in the way of my exploring. So you know, I'm fairly fit for my age, so which is a good thing.
Yeah, man, for sure. Cool. So what we'll do now is normally after the main questions, I'll have a segment now where if anybody in chat would like to ask Oblivion any questions, then I'll give you a few minutes to be able to do that. But no, I think that went really well, mate.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Mike. Cheers.
No, it's been a pleasure, mate, having you on. In all fairness, it's a shame you live so far away because it'd be cool to do a few more explores with you. But you're down in, is it May next?
I'm down in May, mate. Yeah.
So
I'll be in Cornwall 1 week and Devon the next. So.
Cornwall 1 week and Devon the next. Turner EXP in chat has said, Oblivion, give us a shout when you're in Cornwall, mate. So,
sure.
But I'll probably, if he lets me know when he's down, like dates and stuff, me and Kerno and Captain and everyone have all got like a group chat we're in. I'll let everyone know, mate. And like when you came down last time, I'll try and get a bit of a group thing going.
Yeah, sure.
Get out and do some collabs because you know it helps everyone get each of you know if Cerno collabs with you, some of your viewers that don't watch Kerno then might go and watch Kerno. Some of Kerno's viewers that don't know about you will go and watch yours, and it just helps everyone out. And if you know that you're exploring with good people, then you know why not, eh?
Exactly. That's exactly it. And I'm happy to meet everybody, and you know, I've got no issues with anybody. I'm happy to meet all explorers.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a question from Captain to you or someone else, but he says, "How's the drone going?"
Yeah, this is the thing. You see, I've only just discovered drones.
Right. Yeah.
I had the Neo, the first Neo drone about 8 months ago, maybe 10 months ago.
Yeah.
10 months ago, let's say, and I love that. And I was thinking that's great for follow you and all that preset things. It's a great little drone, that one. Well priced, and as people buy it, obviously it's going to be cheaper and cheaper to buy online. And now I've got a DJI, what is it? DJI Mini 3 or Mini 2, Mini 3 I think it is, or Mini 2, Mini 3 I think.
Yeah.
And I love it. So So I've been whizzing around the fields with that and testing it out. I've done a video of that, so that would be used a lot. But I've got into drones in a big way now because I was surprised how easy it is to use them. But see, I'm not up on technology like other explorers. I don't go into technology. I don't have the up-to-date editing systems. I don't have the up-to-date cameras and torches. I just do my own thing. And things when I want to get into things, and drones, I kind of like them now. I didn't at first like them now,
That's all, man. It adds a totally different dynamic to the videos as well.
It does, does. But what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and do shots of locations that are different from what you normally get with explorers, because they normally show, you know, an aerial view. I'm going to try and get them to go in and out and closer to the buildings if I can, and try and make it more visually interesting with a drone than what the norm is for explorers. I will try. Whether I can or not, I don't know, but I will try.
Yeah. You did mention earlier, but Killer Zombie, my guy might have missed it in the beginning. Where did the name Oblivion come from?
I was thinking for a better name. I was thinking for one word, because there's a guy called Majestic who used to climb buildings and whatever. So I was thinking, that's pretty cool, Majestic. He climbs buildings. And he's one of these that I was telling you about that hangs off buildings with one arm or something, you know what I mean? And I want something that's dramatic, like Majestic. And I've always been keen on rides and things, and I've always loved the Oblivion rides. So I thought, well, I call myself Oblivion. People think it's a crap name, it's a negative name. It's really just a name. It's not meant to mean anything. As I said before, the evolved urbex thing come later, because as I've evolved with my exploring, I decided to put evolved urbex into it as well. But I like to be just called Oblivion. Tuffy calls me Oblivion. He doesn't even know my first name. He calls me Oblivion everywhere. But you wouldn't want to know my first name. It's boring.
You've already told me your first name, mate, but I'll call you Oblivion anyway, yeah. When we were at Exeter Catacombs, I asked you, and you said, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Not a lot of people know my first name.
No. Well, it's like Captain. I know his real name, but even when we're not on screen, I still call him Captain. I just call him Captain like I call you Oblivion.
Well, I know Taffy's real name, but I actually just call him Taffy because I prefer Taffy. And I said to him, do you mind if I just call you Taffy off camera as well? And he said, no, that's fine. So his real name and his urbex name, and I prefer to call him Taffy because that's how I've always remembered him from years ago, watching all these exciting explores that he did with all these different interesting explorers, because he's always explored with other people, never on his own. You know, that's how I've always known him, so that's how I remember him and talk to him. What's the word? Address him as Taffy.
Well, what I'll have to do, I have seen some of Taffy's videos, and I've seen your videos with Taffy in as well.
Right.
More of your videos with Taffy in than I've watched of Taffy's, I will say. But obviously, you have your groups of people that you mainly watch. You know, there's only, you can't watch every video all the time, can you? There's so many cool people doing it. It's quite hard to keep up with sometimes. But I might get you to put a good word in for me and see if he'd fancy coming on here at some point and doing a...
But I will ask him and I'll see what he says. He will be watching this because he wants to see it. So I said I'll give him...
Yeah.
I don't know if he's watching it now. Possibly not, because he works about this time. But but he did want the link from it when we've done, because I did mention it to him. So I will tell him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right?
Yeah, thank you, man. It would be cool to get as many people, as from as many different backgrounds as I can on. It's just, it'd be cool, man, for sure. Right, so the last thing that I generally cover now is social media platforms. So obviously we know you're on YouTube, and that's where your main full videos go out on YouTube. Obviously there's a link in chat now pinned at the top. So if you haven't subscribed to Oblivion already, I suggest you go and do so, because he's a bloody awesome bloke and he's making great content. So that would be bloody lovely. But what other social media platforms are you on, mate?
Facebook, Oblivion Evolved Urbex on Facebook, and of course Instagram, which is Oblivion334.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, what I'll do is I'll get you to send me the links for those after this, and when I go through and edit it a little bit, all the links to all your social medias will be in the description below after, and I'll put a thumbnail up for it as well, the podcast thumbnail that I use, and yeah, so anyone watching after this can go through and have a look and follow you on all your social medias as well if they use those platforms.
Okay, thank you very much.
So yeah, if we've got no more questions, I would like to say a massive thank you to Oblivion Evolved Urbex for coming on this evening.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Mike. I've enjoyed it.
It's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I know you were a little bit sceptical at first when I asked you. You were like, "Oh, I'm not sure I'd be interested enough," and but you really have been, mate. I've enjoyed interviewing you. And I think the people in chat have enjoyed watching, and other people after will enjoy watching as well, mate. So,
well, you're probably the first and the last. I don't normally like talking about this, but because you're such a good guy, and we've met and we've explored, I thought, yeah, I'll do that for you. But I don't normally do this sort of thing, but I'm quite happy to have done this. I've enjoyed doing this, and it's been a nice experience. Thank you. Anyway, cheers.
No, thank you, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. It really has. Everyone in chat now is saying awesome chat. Brilliant podcast. So yeah, nice. It'll be received well, mate, I think. So
okay.
I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Don't click out yet, Oblivion, because I'll have a quick chat after, backstage with you after. But I want to thank everyone massively that's live in chat now for coming in and watching this evening. It's really appreciated. And like I say, if you can go and sub Oblivion and have a look at some of his videos, that would be bloody lovely. And I'm sure he'll sub you back as well, because we all share the love and help build the community and all that. So this is the kind of the plan of the live streams and doing the collaboration videos with other people. You're helping getting each other's names out there, and you're building friendships and contacts, and it's a good thing, I think. And it hopefully it'll help separate the good from the bad as well. So so yeah, hopefully it'll be a good thing. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone in chat. And everyone that's going to watch this after as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. And there'll be another one coming again next week. So yeah, looking forward to that. Much love as always, guys. I will catch you on Saturday next for the premiere, and then the live stream after. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. Much love to you all. Peace.